In a stunning downfall that has left fans and observers reeling, Bobby Brown, the one-time king of R&B and former member of the New Edition, has been sentenced to prison. Join us as we uncover the real deeds happening right now in Bobby's life.
I mean, when I grew up with New Edition, we smoked weed, we drank beers and things like that. I didn't get into really heavy drugs.
Bobby's chaotic moments. Bobby's unique fusion of R&B, pop, and hip-hop, coupled with his dynamic stage presence, propelled him to stardom in the late 1980s. However, with fame came increased public scrutiny. As Bobby's popularity surged, so did his reputation for unruly behavior. His wild partying lifestyle soon became the subject of media attention for all the wrong reasons. His highly publicized and stormy relationship with pop icon Whitney Houston only intensified the spotlight on him. The two married in 1992, initially seen as a power couple in the music world. Yet, their union quickly unraveled, becoming one of the most talked about celebrity marriages of its time. Their relationship was riddled with allegations of substance abuse, infidelity, and domestic disputes. The media relentlessly covered their turbulent lives, often overshadowing both Bobby and Whitney's substantial musical accomplishments with headlines focused on their personal struggles. Bobby's legal troubles began to escalate in 1993 when he was arrested following a nightclub altercation. Over the years, his run-ins with the law became more frequent, and by the mid-1990s, his once thriving career was on a downward slope. Although his music continued to resonate with fans, his reputation as a troublemaker began to eclipse his artistic talent. Legal problems mounted, and in 1998, Bobby was arrested for driving under the influence in Florida. By 2000, he faced further consequences, serving jail time for violating his probation. Despite these challenges, Bobby remained a significant figure in R&B, with an undeniable influence on the genre. However, his life took a critical turn in 2003 when, after years of substance abuse, erratic behavior, and public confrontations, he was sentenced to 90 days in jail in Georgia for violating probation after a prior DUI conviction. This moment signaled a major downfall for the former R&B superstar, marking a dramatic fall from grace. Bobby's career, once filled with promise, was now in decline, and his personal life was in disarray, overshadowing the brilliance of his earlier accomplishments. During this time, Bobby's relationship with Whitney Houston became increasingly strained. Their reality show, Being Bobby Brown, which aired in 2005, provided viewers with an unfiltered view of their tumultuous marriage. While the show gained a loyal following, it also exposed the dysfunction in their relationship, as both Bobby and Whitney were visibly grappling with substance abuse. Their frequent public arguments only added to the media frenzy surrounding them. The couple separated in 2006, and their divorce was finalized in 2007. By this point, Bobby's once prominent music career had largely faded, and his legal troubles continued to escalate. In 2013, Bobby was arrested again for driving under the influence and sentenced to 55 days in jail.
She's trying to kill me!
Bobby, what the hell are you talking about?
Marking a low point for the former New Edition star. He had become more widely known for his legal problems than his musical achievements. Despite these ongoing challenges, Bobby gradually started to rebuild his life. After the tragic loss of Whitney Houston in 2012 and the death of their daughter, Bobby Christina, in 2015, Bobby spoke openly about his struggles with addiction and his efforts to overcome it, signaling a turning point in his journey toward recovery. In various interviews, Bobby Brown has openly discussed his regrets and the errors he has committed throughout his journey, articulating a heartfelt wish to redirect his life towards prioritizing his family and health in recent years. This introspection reflects a deep understanding of the importance of personal well-being and the value of familial bonds, which he has come to cherish more than ever. In a significant move towards reconnecting with his roots, Bobby has rejoined New Edition for several performances, serving as a poignant reminder to fans of his rich musical heritage. These reunions not only celebrate the group's legacy, but also allow Bobby to reconnect with the joy of performing and the camaraderie of his bandmates. Although his solo career has not regained its previous momentum, the influence he has had on R&B and his contributions to the genre are irrefutable. His unique sound and style have left an indelible mark on the music industry, inspiring countless artists who followed in his footsteps. While Bobby Brown may have experienced a decline in his public standing over the years, his impact on music, particularly during the New Jack Swing era, remains widely acknowledged and celebrated. Bobby has transformed his life experiences into new musical endeavors, culminating in the release of Masterpiece in 2012, which marked his first album in over 10 years. Although it did not achieve significant commercial success, the album represented Bobby's resilience and his determination to progress. Currently, Bobby Brown may not be the chart-topping artist he once was, yet he continues to hold a prominent position in the annals of R&B history. His journey has been characterized by remarkable peaks and profound lows. Nevertheless, Bobby has consistently demonstrated perseverance. His narrative illustrates that even the most luminous stars can falter, but it is the capacity to rise again that truly defines an individual. Bobby Brown's legacy is intrinsically linked to his tenure with New Edition, his pioneering solo career, and his tumultuous marriage to Whitney Houston. However, it is also a tale of redemption. In spite of various setbacks, including legal issues and personal tragedies, Bobby remains committed to asserting his place in the world, serving as a testament to the notion that it is never too late for a second chance. As Bobby reflects on his life, fans are left to ponder whether he could have circumvented his decline, or if the burdens of fame and personal challenges were insurmountable. Furthermore, questions arise regarding whether Bobby will ever fully regain his status in the music industry, or if his most illustrious days are now behind him. Amidst this heartfelt part of Bobby, let's explore another issue that grieved him so much: Bobby's grieving years. In 1995, Bobby Brown found himself in the midst of a tragic drive-by shooting that resulted in the untimely death of Stephen Seeley, his sister's boyfriend. Despite Seeley being the intended target, Brown miraculously emerged from the incident unscathed, but undoubtedly shaken by the violence he witnessed. The shooter, John Tibbs, eventually reached a plea deal in 2001, bringing some form of closure to the devastating event. As the years passed, Bobby Brown faced a series of profound personal losses that would test his strength and resilience. The passing of both his parents, Carol and Herbert "Pops" Brown, within a short time frame left him reeling from the weight of grief and sorrow. Carol's death in 2011 was followed by Herbert's in January 2012, just a month before the tragic loss of Bobby's ex-wife, Whitney Houston. These heartbreaking events marked a dark and challenging period in Brown's life, as he navigated the overwhelming sorrow of losing not only his parents, but also Whitney in such close succession. Through these trying times, Bobby Brown undoubtedly demonstrated immense courage and perseverance in the face of deep personal tragedy. Bobby and Whitney's chaotic relationship. Bobby Brown first encountered Whitney Houston at the Soul Train Music Awards in 1989 when he was 20 years old. Their friendship blossomed after Houston extended an invitation to Brown for her 26th birthday celebration that August. This initial camaraderie eventually evolved into a romantic relationship. In 1991, Brown proposed to Houston, and they exchanged vows at her estate on July 18, 1992. The couple welcomed their daughter, Bobby Christina Brown, in 1993. Additionally, Houston and Brown worked together on the successful single "Something in Common," which featured their daughter in the concluding segment of the music video. During their marriage, allegations of Brown's infidelity, substance abuse, and instances of domestic violence surfaced, causing a significant amount of turmoil and speculation about the state of their relationship. These issues became a focal point of discussion on various talk shows, and were even humorously exaggerated in sketch comedy programs, where Brown was often portrayed as a washed-up celebrity struggling to cope with his wife's success.
Waiting on another solo artist. I think they was, not to say anything about you, Mike, but, they was getting sick and tired of the Michael Jacksons and the Prince.
The public scrutiny and mockery only added to the strain on their already tumultuous marriage. In 2003, their troubled relationship reached a breaking point when Brown faced legal trouble after being charged with battery, following a heated confrontation with Houston. The incident further fueled the media frenzy surrounding their marriage and led to even more speculation about the true dynamics of their relationship. The legal issues and public scrutiny only served to intensify the already strained relationship between the two celebrities. In 2005, the couple appeared on the reality television series Being Bobby Brown, which provided insight into their personal lives. And by September 2006, Houston initiated legal separation, which subsequently led to their divorce. The divorce was officially concluded on April 24, 2007, with Houston being granted custody of their 14-year-old daughter. During a September 2009 interview with Oprah Winfrey, Houston acknowledged that she occasionally used illegal substances with Brown, revealing that he had laced marijuana with cocaine. Additionally, she recounted instances of Brown's abusive behavior during their marriage, including an incident where he spat on her while intoxicated. After Houston's passing on February 11, 2012, just 6 days following his 43rd birthday, Brown faced difficulties performing at a New Edition concert, emotionally declaring, "I love you, Whitney," before leaving the stage. The remaining members of New Edition continued the performance in his absence. Brown attended Houston's memorial service in New Jersey, but was reportedly asked to leave by the family's security personnel. In a May 2012 interview with The Today Show, Brown explained that security concerns prompted his departure, expressing his affection for Houston's family and reflecting on the 14 beautiful years he spent with her as his wife. Alongside Clive Davis, Ray J, and others, Brown has faced allegations of having a role in the singer's demise, which he has consistently refuted. Things turned out unexpectedly as Brown became a father in 2009 when he welcomed a son named Cassius with his partner of 2 years, manager Alicia Etheridge. Their engagement took place in May 2010, with Brown proposing during a performance at the Funk Fest in Jacksonville, Florida. They tied the knot on June 18, 2012 in Hawaii and have since welcomed 2 daughters into their family. Have you ever heard about the TV show Being Bobby Brown? What if you get the information that the TV show was about Bobby's relationship? Would you believe it? Now let's find out. The famous show about Bobby's relationship. The couple took part in the reality show Being Bobby Brown, which offered an intimate glimpse into their lives behind the scenes. The show peeled back the layers of their public personas, revealing moments of their everyday life that fans had never seen before. Through candid footage, viewers were able to witness the dynamics of Bobby Brown and Whitney Houston's relationship, as well as their interactions with family and friends. It showcased both the highs and lows of their personal life, providing a raw and unfiltered perspective on their marriage, which had often been scrutinized by the media. The series offered an intimate look into the life of R&B singer Bobby Brown, his then wife, pop and R&B superstar Whitney Houston, and their family. It provided fans with a rare glimpse behind the scenes of one of music's most famous couples, showcasing their personal lives away from the spotlight. Viewers were invited into their family home, watching as they shared everyday moments together. The show also captured memorable events, such as their luxurious shopping trip to the renowned Harrods of London, where they met with the store's owner, Mohammed Al-Fayed. Additionally, the couple was shown vacationing in the Bahamas.
No. My mom was real. Let me just tell you like that. My mom was real. She was coming from the heart. If you can't respect that.
Indulging in moments of relaxation amidst their busy lives in the entertainment world. The program originally aired on Thursdays, though its popularity led to it being broadcast multiple times throughout the week. the series quickly became a sensation, drawing impressive viewership numbers and earning the highest ratings ever for the Bravo network at the time. It was seen as an extension of Whitney Houston's already successful string of hit projects, further cementing her status as a household name. Fans eagerly tuned in to witness the captivating dynamic between the two music legends, as the highly anticipated show offered an unfiltered and intimate view of their intricate relationship, which had long been the subject of intense public fascination and speculation. The program's unique blend of music, conversation, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into their private lives resonated deeply with audiences, making it an instant success. Despite its impressive ratings and widespread critical acclaim, however, the show surprisingly only ran for a single season. Whitney Houston, renowned for being highly protective of her private life despite her immense fame and fortune, ultimately decided not to return for a second season, citing a desire to maintain her personal boundaries and shield her family from the intrusive spotlight. This decision ultimately led to the show's conclusion, as Bravo and Bobby Brown could not come to an agreement to continue without her involvement. While brief, the show left a lasting impression, offering fans an unprecedented look at the personal lives of two of music's most iconic figures during a pivotal time in their careers. Everyone complains and throws shade at Bobby for his nonchalant attitude, but it's important to know what could possibly be the trigger behind his behavior: health and illegal substances use. As a young individual, Brown faced significant challenges when he received a diagnosis of attention deficit disorder, a condition that would shape many aspects of his life. This early diagnosis was just the beginning of his struggles with mental health, as he would later be diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 32. These mental health issues were compounded by his substance use, which he openly acknowledged. Brown revealed that marijuana was his preferred substance, and he admitted to succumbing to alcoholism at a young age, indicating a long-standing battle with addiction. As a young individual, Brown faced significant challenges when he received a diagnosis of attention deficit disorder, a condition that would shape many aspects of his life. This early diagnosis marked the beginning of a tumultuous journey with mental health for Brown, as he would later be diagnosed with bipolar disorder at the age of 32. These mental health issues not only affected his personal life, but also had a profound impact on his professional endeavors. In addition to his struggles with mental health, Brown also battled with substance use, further complicating his already complex situation. He openly admitted that marijuana was his preferred substance of choice, using it as a coping mechanism to deal with the challenges he faced. However, his reliance on marijuana eventually led to a downward spiral of addiction, as he also succumbed to alcoholism at a young age. Brown's battle with addiction was a long-standing one, as he struggled to break free from the grips of substance abuse. Despite his openness about his struggles, he continued to face numerous obstacles on his path to recovery. Through his journey, Brown learned valuable lessons about resilience, perseverance, and the importance of seeking help when needed. Reflecting on his history with substances, Brown stated that he had a lifelong pattern of substance use prior to his high-profile relationship with the iconic singer Whitney Houston. He noted, "I never used cocaine until after I met Whitney. Before then, I had experimented with other substances, but marijuana was my choice." This admission highlights the significant impact that his relationship with Houston had on his life, particularly in terms of his substance use. Throughout the 1990s, Brown's substance abuse escalated alarmingly, leading him down a dark path that included not only the use of cocaine, but also heroin. His involvement in the preparation of cocaine marked a troubling turn in his life, as he became increasingly entrenched in the world of illegal substances. In a particularly harrowing episode in 1993, Brown's struggles with addiction culminated in a dangerous situation when he was reportedly abducted by the New York street gang known as the Preacher Crew. This incident stemmed from a $25,000 substance-related debt that Brown owed, illustrating the perilous consequences of his substance abuse. the situation escalated to the point where Houston intervened, demonstrating her commitment to Brown by paying a ransom of $400,000 to the gang who had threatened his life. This dramatic turn of events was kept out of the public eye, as it was not reported to law enforcement authorities, further emphasizing the chaotic and secretive nature of Brown's life.
No, I don't, big crew. You know what I'm saying? Baby.
During this tumultuous period, the combination of mental health struggles, substance abuse, and dangerous associations painted a complex picture of a man grappling with his demons while navigating the pressures of fame and personal relationships. Legal battles. Since 1989, Brown has faced multiple arrests for a range of offenses, starting with the one that happened in September 1990. He was charged with disorderly conduct after refusing to vacate a restaurant following the arrest of his brother Tommy. In April 1995, Brown, along with 2 associates, was implicated in the assault of a nightclub patron in Orlando. Reports indicated that after his apprehension, he urinated in a police vehicle and defaced the interior with vulgar language. However, the charges were ultimately dismissed after the victim reached a civil settlement with Brown. In August 1995, he received a citation for battery when police alleged that he kicked a hotel security guard who had been dispatched to address noise complaints in his room. In January 1998, Brown was convicted in Florida of 2 misdemeanors: driving under the influence and causing property damage, related to a 1996 incident in which he crashed Houston's sports car into a condominium sign. He served a 5-day jail sentence and was subsequently placed on probation. In June 1998, Brown was arrested on suspicion of battery for allegedly slapping a woman's bottom at the Beverly Hills Hotel, but the case was dismissed due to a lack of sufficient evidence. From May to June 2000, Bobby Brown found himself in a legal predicament that landed him behind bars for 26 days. The trouble began when he was arrested by U.S. Customs agents in New Jersey upon returning from a trip to the Bahamas. The reason for his arrest was an outstanding warrant related to a probation violation stemming from a previous drunken driving conviction in 1996. The warrant had been issued in June 1999 after his probation officer reported that cocaine had been detected in his urine tests on 2 occasions, leading to a cascade of legal issues for the troubled singer. In November 2002, Bobby's legal woes continued when he was arrested yet again, this time on substance and traffic charges. To his surprise, authorities discovered that he was still wanted on the lingering 1996 warrant. This led to a series of court appearances and plea deals that ultimately saw Bobby serving an 8-day sentence in DeKalb County, Georgia, after pleading guilty to the earlier drunken driving charge and a speeding violation in January 2003. Despite his brief stint in jail, Bobby's legal troubles persisted throughout the year. In August of that same year, he was sentenced to an additional 14 days in jail for probation violations related to the same 1996 case. Following this sentence, Bobby was placed under 60 days of house arrest, marking yet another chapter in his tumultuous legal battles during this challenging period in his life. The ongoing struggle with the law put a spotlight on Bobby Brown's personal struggles and the consequences of his actions. In December 2003, Brown faced battery charges after hitting his wife Whitney Houston and making threats to harm her. According to police, Houston had visible injuries on her face. Brown was given a 90-day jail sentence in March 2004 for failing to pay $63,000 in child support to Kim Ward. He only spent 1 night in jail as Houston cleared the debt. In June 2004, Brown received a suspended 90-day prison sentence for not making 3 consecutive child support payments. The sentence was put on hold after 6 days when Brown paid the overdue support. Around April 2012, Brown was taken into custody for drinking and driving. He was later admitted to a private rehab facility as part of his agreement with the court. By October 2012, Brown had another DUI incident. This time, he was required to attend Alcoholics Anonymous meetings multiple times a week until he began his sentence at the county jail. Then in February 2013, Brown received a 55-day jail sentence and 4 years of probation for his second DUI offense within a year. Despite serving only 9 hours, he was placed on electronic monitoring by the probation department in Los Angeles County. Aside from all these legal battles and the bad sides of Bobby, do you know the most iconic moments of his life? What made him more popular? Brown became widely recognized for his iconic Roger Rabbit dance, also referred to as the backwards running man, which was prominently featured in his music video for the hit song Every Little Step in 1989. This dance move quickly gained popularity and became synonymous with Brown's unique style and stage presence. Additionally, Brown was credited with popularizing the Gumby style, high-top fade hairstyle, further solidifying his status as a trendsetter in the music industry. In a surprising revelation, Brown claimed that he was the one who taught the legendary Michael Jackson how to perform the famous moonwalk dance. This revelation added to Brown's reputation as a talented dancer and choreographer, showcasing his influence on some of the biggest names in the music world. Brown's impact and influence extended to the world of comedy as well. Aries Spears famously impersonated Brown on the comedy show Mad TV, often alongside Deborah Wilson's portrayal of Whitney Houston. Brown was also parodied by Tracy Morgan and Finesse Mitchell on Saturday Night Live, highlighting his enduring presence in popular culture. On the big screen, Brown has been portrayed by talented actors such as Arlen Escarpita in the television film Whitney and Woody McClain in the New Edition story. Arlen Escarpita reprised his role as Brown in the Bobby Brown story in 2018, showcasing the complexity and depth of the music icon's life and career. Looking ahead, Ashton Sanders took on the role of Brown in the upcoming Whitney Houston biopic, Whitney Houston, I Wanna Dance with Somebody, scheduled for release in Christmas 2022. This highly anticipated film is expected to delve into Brown's relationship with Houston and his impact on the music industry. In a more recent development, Brown revealed that he began wearing the iconic diaper pants, made famous by MC Hammer on his A&E show Bobby Brown, Every Little Step. While Brown opted for a more fitted version of these pants during concerts and music videos like My Prerogative and Every Little Step, his bold fashion choices continue to be a topic of discussion and admiration among fans and critics alike. Now, this seems like a preamble to what his musical career path looks like. Let's explore and learn more about it. Bobby's musical career. The 12-year-old Bobby Brown established New Edition in 1981, along with his childhood friends Michael Bivins and Ricky Bell. Ralph Tresvant was invited to join the ensemble at Bell's suggestion, as the two had previously performed as a duo. Brown and Tresvant had known each other since childhood. In 1982, the group expanded to a quintet when their manager, Brooke Payne, brought in his nephew Ronnie DeVoe to complete the lineup. After participating in various talent shows in the Boston area in 1979, they secured a recording contract with Arthur Baker's Streetwise Records, a fellow Bostonian, which led to the release of their debut album, Candy Girl. The title track, featuring Brown sharing lead vocals with Bell and Tresvant, achieved top 20 status on Billboard's R&B singles chart in 1983. Brown's first complete lead vocal was on the New Edition ballad Jealous Girl, which also charted as a minor hit that same year. The group rose to prominence with their self-titled second album, which featured crossover successes such as Cool It Now and Mr. Telephone Man, both of which included Brown in a co-lead role. Despite the achievements of the group, Brown expressed the belief that they were inadequately compensated for their efforts, later remarking, "The most I saw from all the tours and all of the records we sold was $500 and a VCR." Additionally, Brown reportedly experienced feelings of jealousy towards fellow New Edition member Ralph Tresvant, which led him to occasionally step out of his designated role during performances, engaging in seductive singing and dancing that raised concerns among the group's management. Brown contributed to 2 more albums with New Edition before departing from the group in early 1986. He later articulated his perception that the management treated the members like little slaves, motivated solely by financial gain and power, rather than the well-being of New Edition. Controversy surrounded the circumstances of Brown's exit from the group. While some accounts suggest he requested to leave, a VH1 Behind the Music documentary asserted that he was voted out by the group, with management playing a significant role in the decision, and with members, particularly Tresvant, opposing this outcome. After leaving New Edition, Brown made a deal with MCA, the label of his former group, as they had previously offered him a solo contract if he departed from the band. He also teamed up with manager Stephen Machat, who had experience working with New Edition. In 1986, his first album, titled King of Stage, was launched by the label. While the ballad Girlfriend became a top R&B hit for Brown, the overall success of the album was disappointing. Brown stayed out of the public eye for over a year as he worked on his next album. With the assistance of Machat and MCA representative Lewell Silas, Brown collaborated with some of the top R&B producers and songwriters at that time, such as Babyface, Antonio L.A. Cole, Reed, and Teddy Riley. These producers contributed to the creation of Brown's most successful solo album, Don't Be Cruel. The album, which was released in 1988, produced 5 top 10 hits on the Billboard Hot 100, including the chart-topping single My Prerogative that Brown wrote himself. Hits like Every Little Step and the title track also became signature songs for Brown. After topping both pop and R&B charts, the album eventually sold 12 million copies worldwide, earning the title of Best-Selling Album of 1989. Around February 1990, Brown won a Grammy Award for Best Male R&B Vocal Performance for the 4th single from the album, Every Little Step. Don't Be Cruel also earned Brown 2 American Music Awards, a Soul Train Music Award, and a People's Choice Award. In 1989, Brown contributed 2 songs to the soundtrack of Ghostbusters II and made a brief appearance in the movie. One of the songs, On Our Own, from the soundtrack became a top 10 hit, reaching number 2 on the charts. That same year, a remix album called Dance, You Know It, was released and gained popularity in the United Kingdom. Brown went on a 120-day global tour to promote his album Don't Be Cruel in 1988, with I'll Be Sure as his opening act and with New Edition joining him on some tour dates. The tour continued until spring of 1991, although Brown faced criticism for provocative performances that led to confrontations with local authorities. In 1990, Brown performed Tap Into My Heart at the MTV Awards and was preparing to release an album titled Mystical Magic, but it was never launched due to unknown reasons. That same year, Brown was featured on the chart-topping song She Ain't Worth It by Glenn Medeiros, marking his second #1 hit on the pop charts. He also teamed up with Babyface to remix Babyface's single Tender Lover in 1990. By 1991, Brown had a successful collaboration with New Edition's Ralph Tresvant on the track Stone Cold Gentleman, which became a top 5 R&B hit. Fast forward to their present times, a significant event happened which caused the group to go their separate ways. But now, there seems to be an unexpected turnaround amongst them. Stay tuned to know what happened. Bobby's current stage with the New Edition. Brown made his first appearance with New Edition at the 1990 MTV Video Music Awards after reuniting with the group. Their performance inspired the recording of Belle Biv DeVoe's Word to the Mutha in 1991, which featured Brown, Ralph Tresvant, and later NE member Johnny Gill. The band fully reunited in 1996 with the release of the album Home Again. Brown took the lead vocals on 2 successful singles, Hit Me Off and You Don't Have to Worry. However, problems arose between Brown and the other New Edition members during a tour in 1997 to promote the album. Brown later revealed that he was battling addiction and alcoholism during the tour. In 2005, At the BET 25th anniversary special, Bobby Brown once again joined forces with his former group New Edition, showcasing their undeniable chemistry and musical talent. 3 years later, in 2008, Brown, along with Ralph Tresvant and Johnny Gill, decided to form a new group called Heads of State, with the aim of creating music that could rival the success of Belle Biv DeVoe. The following year, at the 2009 BET Awards, the music world was in mourning after the tragic passing of their idol Michael Jackson. In a heartfelt tribute, all 6 members of New Edition put their differences aside and reunited on stage to honor Jackson by performing a medley of hits from the Jackson 5, showing their respect and admiration for the legendary artist. The emotional and powerful performance at the BET Awards sparked rumors and speculation among fans about a potential full reunion of New Edition. These rumors were finally put to rest the following year, when it was officially confirmed that the group would be reuniting for new projects and performances. Fast forward to today, Bobby Brown and New Edition are still going strong, continuing to perform together and captivating audiences with their timeless music and energetic performances. Their latest endeavor, the Culture Tour, kicked off in early 2022, showcasing their enduring appeal and staying power in the music industry. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and also click the next video shown on your screen.